Hey folks, I keep getting asked the same questions recently, so I'm going to make a video, and if anybody asks me again, I can just refer them to this. I'll go over a bunch of different things, mostly regarding dimensions of the monster. One thing I want to point out is all the flat tires I've been getting. People have told me that low profile tires are prone to flats, and well, given the reputation of these, I'm not doubting that in any way. Somebody suggested getting bigger tires, make thicker this way. Back, this side's not too bad. I can't really see from this angle. This side, there's a little less space, and the reason for that is just with the fender braces being broken, it's just the way they were fixed. They're not 100% symmetrical anymore. So basically, there's not a whole lot of space to put bigger tires on here. This wheel here specifically has the I can't even think of what it's called. Speedometer. That's what the speedometer sensor is attached to this wheel. So you go bigger with this, then you'll actually be going slower than what it's indicating, or faster than it's indicating. Because with a bigger tire, it'll spin slower, and therefore the speedometer reading won't be correct. I suppose you could go a little bit bigger. Not a whole lot. I don't think it would really make too much of a difference. But you can't go wider. Definitely can't go wider because the tire's very, very close to scraping as it is. And I can't really see with this one, but hello. Okay. Got interrupted by Zach again. He always seems to show up while I'm out here making videos. So, another thing that I've been asked, what I do with this now, is the different dimensions, size, and height and stuff. So what I'm going to do first, back there. Apparently the lock on my tape isn't working anymore. Normally it just kind of stays in place. Okay, so right about there. So, from the front bumper to the back, I see 64 inches. The very back roll bar, actually with it leaning backwards a little bit, it goes out a little bit farther. So I'd say probably 66 inches. I'll convert that to metric on screen for you. So that's actual length of the monster. And I've done this before, but I don't remember exactly what I got. So I can get it in there. Come on. I don't have a whole lot of room here. So the width of the monster is just over 30 centimeters. Just over 30 inches. Looks like a 1/4 inch over, but that's right to the bar. So probably 1/2 inch, could be a 1/4 on the other side. So 30.5 inches, so I'd say 31 inches to be safe. I really do need 3 hands here. Okay. Get over there. So height of the wall, right to the original roll bar. Keep it in place here. Is about 54 3/4 inches, probably 55. At the spring sticking, it can probably come up a little bit more. Mine's a little bit higher, actually quite a bit higher, because I got the roll bar extension on it. So that's what that one is. Another one I was asked was the diameter of the roll bar itself. When I had this made, and actually this too, and the trailer hitch, these clamps are specially made. He told me that the bar is an odd size, so what he did was he ordered clamps that were one size smaller, and he just machined out the inside to make it big enough to match the bars. Fighting all this traffic, getting pretty loud tonight. So, actual diameter of the roll bar itself is 1.25 inches, which looks like 32 millimeters. That's the roll bar itself. The smaller bars down here. My caliper's sticky. I gotta stick some lubricant in it. The little bar on the top is very strange. I would say wow, just over 5/8 of an inch. I don't know what that would be. It is 11, 12, 13 millimeters. And the other bar, the lower one, is a little bit thicker. I don't know why they use so many different sizes on here, but it's kind of whatever's available, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how they do things. Okay, so the bigger one is 9/16, 20 millimeters. Yeah, probably blurry in the camera because this camera doesn't go really close. So it's very, very strange, odd sizes. Now, another question I was asked, and this is kind of a two-part question. One part I can answer, one part I can't, and I'll show you why. So, I stick this to here. Somebody was asking about the battery tray, the size of the battery tray, because they have something they want to stick in here, and they want to know what the size is. So between the bars, it looks like 25 inches. Now, the inside diameter of this battery tray was actually designed to fit the batteries themselves specifically, but the actual width, 25 inches. And the other question, part 2, is the distance between the roll bar and the seat. Now, I can't really answer that one because it depends on how far back you have your seat, because it's adjustable far forward and back. But for mine, I'll use mine as an example. Between the closest bar and the seat, it 11.5 inches. It actually looks bigger than that. But 11.5 inches, that's to here, that's not, at the base of the seat, not the back of the seat, because obviously, a little bit different. Yeah, 5-6 inches. So the base of the seat, and you got about 9 inches, 10 inches, oops, 9 or 10 inches before the seat actually starts curving backwards. So, be a little bit of an indication there. What else? I think there was something else I was asked. The length, the width, height. Now, one thing I wasn't asked, but I will say, is this front bumper here. I had a lot of ideas of what I wanted to do with this, but because the clip's broken, And I'm sure, unless you're a new subscriber, you've seen how this thing the whole thing just bent forward on me. Anytime I hit something, even in the wintertime, if I get into thick, heavy snow, just anything that pushes on the bottom of the bumper causes this to bend forward. Now I have to stick the pry bar in here and force everything back. I still haven't figured out how to fix that yet. Now that's kind of interesting. Well, that answers that question. I've been noticing that the monster will turn sharper to the left than it will to the right. When I turn it to the right, it just feels like something's just holding it back. I just realized what it was. I don't know if you can see that. This is the steering part that comes down from the tiller, and you can see the speedometer cable is getting wedged in between. So that explains what's happening there. I'm gonna have to see if I can stick a zip tie in there or something. That explains why it wouldn't steer. Yeah, it's just gonna get caught in there again. Okay, I'll have to figure out what to do with that. So now I know that. But before that, I noticed, I don't know how well you can see it, my steering bar is bent here. I'm just noticing that. I wonder, this big video that I've been working on that I've been having problems with, we had a quick trip off-road to get somewhere real quick, and I had quite a jolt going down a hill. I wonder if that bent that. So that means my alignment's probably off now. Yeah, it's off pretty good. So I gotta do that. I am kind of noticing that my ball joints are getting kind of rattly. Oh yeah, they're getting pretty bad. So I'm gonna need to change those soon. So these tires are pretty much all worn out. So I need to change them anyways. So I'll do my alignment. I want to do those and these ball joints at the same time. Always something. And like I say, a lot of times, not most of the time, but a lot of the times, I just kind of bring this stuff upon myself just by things that I do. But I won't say most of the time, because that monster's got its issues that I have to constantly deal with. Bearings again on that right front wheel, I think. And they seem to be freeing up again. Gotta love that. So, I just wanted to make this update for you and get that information out. And I'm hoping I covered everything. I think there was one more thing I wanted to. I don't remember. Here we go. Somebody was asking about the height. Yeah. Okay. So it is a fairly tall machine. The seat height is 29 inches. So, if you're a short person, if you can't use your legs very well, you do have to climb up onto this. Even I do, I'm tall. But you do have to climb up to get on it. It is quite a large machine. It's very big. It's not your average mobility scooter for sure. So I think that was all the questions that there were. I'm doing this right now because the video that I'm working on was supposed to be the last video, but I had a problem with the computer and the audio file got corrupted, so I had to put everything back together. It was insane. I had 20,000 little bits of audio that I had to figure out. They were all randomly named, nothing was in order. So I used my file renaming program to put everything in order of creation date. That at least put things in order. Problem is, I had 2 files for every 6 seconds because the program would save left and right channels, and both of them random. After like 100 files or so, it would start another folder, and the folders were named random, so they weren't even in order. So in order to prevent having duplicates and overwriting, I had to leave the random file name that the program gave them on the end of it, so that they had, their own individual names. But I renamed each file by the time, so it was easy to see which was what, and put everything in order. But I still had 20,000 files to work with, and I knew what I was looking for started about 1:30 p.m. because I was recording the scanner overnight while I was asleep, so I had a whole bunch of, I was like 11, 12 hours ahead of it before that, so I knew anything before the 1:30 or whenever this started that I could delete, and I found the starting point. So getting rid of those other files cleared up a lot, but it still left me with 8,400 files to deal with. So it was a lot of work. It took me 3 full days of work to put those little pieces back together into one audio file. I don't want to do that again. That was not fun. So that was that, and then it took me 2 days to make the video itself, and it turned out to be 41-hour rendering time, which finally finished this morning. And I was thinking, oh good, I can finally upload this video. Nope. It turns out I ran out of disk space and it never finished. It kind of did. It just didn't have room to put the temporary files together into one, because in order to do that it has to start a new file before it can delete the old. So it was a 40 gigabyte file, and I only have, I think, 83 gigabytes available on my C drive. When I bought this computer, it had a really small hard drive in it. I think it was 100 gigabytes or something, really small. It's too small for what I need it for. And there's just really no room to get rid of any of that to make more space. So I'm going to have to pick a different hard drive, one of my externals. I got a few with a lot of space on them, and go through that 41-hour rendering time again. The worst part is I can't do anything else on my computer while that's going. If I overtax the computer, the program has a tendency to crash, and that amount of time working on the video, I don't want that to happen. So I'm really limited to what I can do, and I can't work on any other kind of video whatsoever, because I can only run that video editor once. I can't have multiple issues or instances open. It just doesn't work. So I'm making this video, and I got another short video that I'm going to be working on that you guys will find quite exciting. It'll be kind of an introduction to one that's coming up. I've been working on it for, like, gathering video for about a week now, just for this one video. It's just going to be a special video, and I kind of miss making this type of video. You'll see. I don't like giving spoilers, but the next video after this will be intro explaining what's coming. So that's it for this video. Just nice and simple, not doing anything special, just so I can get this done in my computer, edited and uploaded to YouTube as soon as possible. So hopefully I answered all your questions. If you have any more, just let me know. I'll stick them into the beginning of another video or something. I'll see what I can do. I do it one way or another. So thanks for watching.